Welcome back to my channel one more time. This video will be a little bit different. I will actually make a commentary video on Tom Bower issuing final threat, final warning, because right now it is getting out of control, especially for the monarchy, in terms of how they will manage everything. In fact, right now they can do nothing about it, because right now we know that Nutmeg and Sperry, they are not telling the monarchy anything beforehand. They will just pop up if they have not already in the UK, and they will do whatever it takes for them to be successful in their own business, in their own interest, throwing everybody under the bus in the process. I want to play the video clip from Tom Bower. He was asked this question about Nutmeg and Sperry walking around pretending to be royal, but they are really not royal, because as we know, they have stepped back from their royal duties, so they cannot be considered as royal. But Tom Bower, this is what he has to say. Take a listen, and then I'll add my own commentaries.
That is part of the problem, that in fact they opted to leave Britain and not be working royals, and they've come back to worm their way back into the royal family and our lives. And I think that if they do try to act as royals, they will be given short shrift, not least on the orders of Prince William, that he doesn't want them interfering in the monarchy. And of course, that's the problem. They're desperate. They've run out of road in California. They've got no reputation they're worth selling anymore. And they've come back to try and rebuild their credibility. And
so it looks like to me what Tom Bower is alluding to is the fact that they have ruined everything in California. Now they will be ruined everything in UK for the monarchy. And Prince William will have to be very careful about that. Everything they touch, everything pretty much, they destroy it. And so they have next on their agenda is to destroy the monarchy, and Tom Bower is clearly saying that.
Going to cause us huge trouble, and the monarchy, which already is suffering from all sorts of problems, will find it very hard to cope with them without it all coming to a huge crisis.
What trouble are they going to cause us realistically?
So basically he is firing the warning shot, Tom Bower, by saying that this is going to be a huge crisis, and before it is too late, the palace must act. They must put a united front in order to confront these two duplicitous duos.
These are two high-profile celebrities who want to go about their lives, perhaps take up acting in Meghan's case, as I say, run the Invictus Games, for example, in Harry's case. What trouble are they going to cause?
Well, they are going to be causing a lot of trouble. That's actually a good question asked to Tom Bower. What trouble they will cause. So let's see what Tom Bower has to say about that.
Well, they've made their money only by destroying them, trying to destroy the monarchy. I don't think people on the whole want them to act as royals. The problem is that they're so desperate, they're going to try and get their way back in, and that's a huge potential crisis for the royal family and for Britain.
Over the weekend, there was suggestions that Meghan...
So just the fact they are trying to get back to the monarchy is in of itself is a big crisis. The crisis is not even created by them yet. They will create a lot of crisis situation when they are coming, or they will be coming close to the monarchy and coming close to every royal family members, especially Prince George will be on top of the list. They will create a lot of crisis. And what do you think about Archie? He is coming back to UK. Do you think Harry is going to bring him just for the school? Obviously, that school, we do not know what kind of a school they're going to. In fact, there are some reports that suggest that he is not going back to any school. He is going to be homeschooling by his parents. In this case, it will be Sperry himself, because as we know, Meghan most likely will not move in with them right away. We do not know what the plan will be in the future, but definitely they will have this, children homeschooling. That's what they said. But in the future, Archie will have so many other things to think about. From his father, he will learn that Prince George is not is not a good person. He's not. He should not be at the top of this line of succession. He doesn't deserve it. His father deserved it. Now he deserves it. So I think they are also going to be making it very toxic for the surrogate invisible children in terms of how they view those extended family members.
Would be heading back to acting in The Gentleman, the Guy Ritchie series. And that, on the front page of the Times this morning, there's a suggestion that this was leaked to suggest she was in demand. That's a classic contract negotiating thing, isn't it, on behalf of people like actors and actresses?
No, not at all. In fact, I wrote in the Mail earlier over the weekend that in fact it's just a ruse. She's a very bad actress in Britain. She always all her films, British-made films, failed. Suits was a success, but at the time only relatively before she became notorious as the Duchess of Sussex. She's not a great actress at all. And of course, she has a long, long history of manipulating the media, constant Instagram photographs of her
Exactly.
children. This is the woman who sought privacy, who doesn't stop invading her privacy and now her children's privacy. This is the woman who
Yeah, of course. Number one is just a ruse that she has gotten a offer for this role with the gentleman, directed by Guy Ritchie. This is a ruse, and the other thing you also have to pay attention to is this: if she can lie before she even, you know, comes back to the UK, what will she do once she's there? What kind of lies she will spew out? Unbelievable. What we have to prepare ourselves for is something that we have never seen. Right from day one, she already set the tone that she's not coming back on the terms and conditions of the monarchy. She will set her own terms and conditions. If they do not align with that, then she is going to throw them under the bus. And guess what? Doing so, throwing them under the bus in UK would have much more severe effect on the monarchy in a negative way by the public than doing so in sitting in California. Because understand this, she is coming back to UK to destroy the monarchy. When she's back in the UK and she is doing all of these things and she's saying those negative things about the monarchy, she will have audiences. Unfortunately, a lot of them will feel that direct connection because they're British and she's now in Britain, so they will believe her and they can take action right away, as opposed to sitting across the pond in California. British people will not really pay much of an attention. Somebody's talking about the monarchy, their monarchy from US. But when that person is in UK, guess what? It will have much more severe impact, a direct impact.
Constantly posts photographs and memorandums and things about where she's been, invariably delist occasions. So no, this was a classic Meghan ruse to get publicity to prove that she was wanted. And she uses people, whether it's the Clooneys or Serena Williams, you know, the Obamas, I mean, all sorts of people. She uses famous people to attach her name to them in the hope that she will get fame and success. Until now, it's been a terrible failure in California, and now we've got a taste of it in Britain.
They provide a lot of...
So just one thing that we found out from our sources, and that is that she is mad at those friends, quote unquote friends, whatever that means for her, because they did not say a word when she announced that she's coming back to UK. She was mad. She actually made a video on this one. She was throwing plates in Montecito. Why nobody talked about it? Because she wanted more publicity. She wanted those people to amplify her decision to get more attention from the public, which she did not get, and so she was absolutely mad about it. But again, guys, people are distancing themselves from her, and it is no way they're